I'd love to hear your take on the same thing, really.
You've talked very much about the detail, good times, and I taken a little step back, good times. And I quite how it's going to play out, I don't know. But what I see, and this is the message I was given, and it's like every now and again I have to keep going back to that because you can get caught up in what's happening. And sometimes you're like, well, hey, fantastic, and other times you're like, oh my God, what's happening? So the message I was given was, we're in the Great Awakening, and the word "great" is very important because we haven't seen it yet, because it hasn't been great. It's the Great Awakening, talking about size. So we're in the Great Awakening, and it's good news because we're going to move to what you want to call, I don't know, call it paradise, call it whatever you want. Paradise is relative. What does paradise mean? Anything better than this, really? That's paradise, isn't it? Anything better than this shit? But I think it's what I'm told and guided to understand is that this is a very, very slow progression of improvement. We're right at the beginning. We've kind of done the dive. We've hit the lowest point, the dark, and now we're coming into the light. And we've got equally this big, long journey. How it develops, I don't know. How fast it develops, I don't know. But I know that every day that passes, we're better.
Yeah.
We're in a better place. We've got a better vibration. We've got a better frequency. Everything's being revealed. And the thing is, it was never going to be easy. Because when the light comes on and you realize that you're surrounded by monsters and ghouls and horrible things, it's shocking. But that's part of the process. You've got to see it to then get rid of it and to allow, to not consent. So, as you say, we've got to hit a critical mass. I don't think we're that far away from it, but there's so many stages to awakening that it could drag on a bit more. And but people have got to become uncomfortable. As soon as enough people are uncomfortable, everything will change. And so we've got to welcome the discomfort.
Yeah, I agree. And there is a lot of speculation at the moment, isn't there, as to are they going to try something again? And if they do, then great.
Welcome it.
Yeah, if there's another lockdown, I'm going to be like, yeah, okay.
Great. What else can I build with all of this time? Yeah.
I get even with that though. I'm in the two schools of thought because we're hearing on the Truth and Network, resist it, don't comply. But then on the other side of it, I'm thinking, well, maybe this needs to happen because it's the final clear up. It's the final arrest. Uh-huh. So again, I'm in a bit of confusion about that. When we were in Barcelona, see, this is how my optimistic mind works. So we were in Barcelona. And it was you can't go into restaurants unless you've got the pass thing. Yeah. And so at first it was a real ball ache and we didn't go anywhere. I had to just get takeaways. But we were with friends of ours, the lawyers. But then it just occurred to me, well, hang on a second. What if this is actually really the good guys that are just trying to locate everyone? They're trying to locate everyone. You're either at work or you're at home. And if you're not at home, you're out at a restaurant. Boop. Oh, so-and-so's flagged up. He's out for a meal. We can get him on his way home. Or whatever. I'm thinking like if you're trying to locate all the bad guys.
Sure.
What better way to do it? Plus cause people to wake up to what's the new world order's coming in. Sorry, you might have to chop that up. But it just occurred to me that there's a lot of the art of war going on. And if you're doing something, make it look like your enemy's doing it.
Sure.
And a lot of these things that I see happen, they sit with me like that in that optimistic frame. And as I said, ultimately, it probably doesn't even matter who's doing it. If the good guys are doing it or the bad guys are doing it, if the end result is still the same, that we all wake up and head towards this more utopian society.
Yeah, absolutely. What I would add to that about this, what might come, whatever might be coming, goodness knows what. I'm still disappointed the aliens haven't come here, but we'll give them time. What's important for us as awakened people, I believe, is the not giving consent. that doesn't mean we can't stop that ourselves. We can't stop it. If it's going to happen, they're going to do it, and 30% of the population are going to go, yeah. But we mustn't consent. That's what I feel. We mustn't consent. We've become sovereign. We need to maintain our sovereignty. So yeah, let them do. It's like, I'm not going to do that, but feel free. Do what you want to do. It's not my business, but I'm not going to do that if you don't mind. And I think that's where that's our position of strength. No thanks. Thanks, you get on with it, but no thanks. And I think that's where we just need to be. Because we've learned now that it ain't as bad as it seems sometimes. True.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and don't let the threat of, but they're going to do this, make you preemptively do something. I mean, we had a lot of our older friends. We don't talk to them anymore because I guess we're just not vibrationally a match anymore.
Yeah. And
they said, well, I'm going to have to do this because otherwise I'm going to get the sack. And in the end, none of that materialized. Some people did. Okay. Sometimes that did pan out and it was very unfortunate. But in the long run, maybe it was a good move. We don't know on a soul level, but don't let the we're going to do this make you preemptively go and do anything stupid.
Yeah. Deep breath, sit back, watch what's going on, become the observer rather than the involved energetically. Yeah. Well, listen, that's been fantastic. Yeah. What a lovely chat.
Yes, nice to be here. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. More than welcome. Let's hope in the future we can do this again and talk about even better news.
Maybe in Malaga.
Yeah, absolutely. We could pop down. Beautiful. Okay, then. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Rob.
It's been a pleasure. And see you all later.
Bye.